चलो मैं इससे बात कर लेता हूँ। इंटरनल का डक गया है। अच्छा, अब अगली जो चीज है ना वो ये है कि यूजर इज अनएबल टू ऐड वेव्ड मेंबर इन पॉलिसी। String was not recognized as a valid date time displayed on the screen when user marked terminated LB member as LP। ये कौन से बग पड़े हुए हैं खाली?
ओपनिंग बॉल
ये किस डेट को ऐड हुआ है ये चेक कर लें।
definitely going down leg
काफी पुराना है।
too much on the
ये
leg
8-1 का बग है।
those are the
तो
runs they need to pick up
उसके बाद फिर क्या हुआ? रिजॉल्व किया हमने, चेंज किया। अली काजी ने क्या किया कमेंट, अनएबल टू ऐड मेंबर इन पॉलिसी। ये 8-2 की बात है। और अच्छा, उसके बाद हमने इस पे काम जो है डेफिनेटली किया होगा, उसके बगैर तो नहीं ना आगे गई होगी। आगे तो नहीं गई होगी ना यूज स्टोरी वैसे भी उसके बगैर। इसको रिजॉल्व नहीं किया। इसको एक बार टेस्ट करके मरियम इसको भी रिजॉल्व करें। ठीक है कि वो कह रहा है कि ये जो दोनों बातें वेव्ड के लिए ही हो रही हैं कि जो है ना वो ये वाला तो जो है ना
ये हो गया हुआ था मेरे ख्याल से।
गुड फील्डिंग।
उमर जो पुराने पिछला बग अभी आपने मुझे बताया उसका जो मेंबर आईडी के साथ मैंने चेक किया वो नेक्स्ट पेज पे जा रहा है, उसकी इन्फॉर्मेशन सेव हो रही है।
अच्छा, फिर इसको रिजॉल्व कर दें।
जी,
उसको रिजॉल्व कर दीजिएगा। ठीक हो गया। अच्छा, ये बग जो है ना ये क्या कहते हैं मरियम, आपके पास ये 2 LP वाले बग हैं, ठीक है, और इसके अलावा बाकी शायद जो 1-2 बग्स आपके पास यहाँ पे अभी हैं ना जो मतलब खत्म हो सकते हैं, ठीक है, वो खत्म कर दीजिएगा। मतलब बेशक उसको चेंज से अटैच करके रिजॉल्व करके
एक्सपोर्ट वाला तो हो गया हुआ, ये तो डिपार्टमेंट चली गई है।
हाँ ठीक है, इसको रिजॉल्व कर दीजिएगा और उसको चेंज सेट लगा दीजिएगा। इसके अलावा एक और आपने भी काम करना है, तो बस वो है, ठीक है ना,
वो भी देखना है।
अच्छा, उसके बाद जो अगली बात है ना वो ये है कि हमारे पास ये मैंने दिखाना था जी सादा, जैसे ही आप बग से फ्री होती हैं ना उन चीज़ों से, उसके बाद आपने ना इसको जो है वो यूजर स्टोरी को जो है ना पकड़ लेना, ठीक है। ये वाली ये यूजर स्टोरी क्या कहती है? ये कहती है कि जो स्क्रीन पहले से हमारी एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट एक्टिवेशन जो आपने ही डाली हुई है उसका नाम चेंज कर देना है अकाउंट एक्टिवेशन, और उसके अंदर हमने एप्लीकेशन के साथ साथ पॉलिसी को भी इम्बेड कर देना है टाइप के तौर पे, ठीक है ना।
ये मैं देख लेती हूँ।
हाँ, इसको आपने इसके देख लें, कोई है कंफ्यूजन तो फिर हम हमजा से पूछ लेते हैं इसको।
ठीक है, सही है। मैं ना एक दफा देख के ना आपके साथ डिस्कस कर लेती हूँ। यहाँ ये जरा बग निकाल लूँ स्पोर्ट वाला।
जी बग्स ये जो है ना मैं कह रहा हूँ अगर बग जितने काम हम कर सकते हैं ना उतने हम कम कर दें। ये 9 बग्स है ना इस वक्त, ये मेरा ख्याल है 6 रह जाने हैं, 5 या 6, और वो पुराने हैं। जो 5 है वो तो पुराने हैं, मुझे याद है, तो मतलब अपना टाइम के साथ चलेंगे, ठीक है ना। अच्छा, अगली बात जो है ना वो ये है कि मतलब ये बताइएगा मरीम, आपने ये यूजर स्टोरी देखी?
जी मैंने ये देखी थी। मैं इसमें मेरे कुछ क्वेश्चंस थे वो मैं आपसे डिस्कस कर रही हूं।
सॉरी मैं बात काट में जरा हुंशा के साथ कॉल पे चले जाऊं, इसके बाद
जाएं अब क्या कहता भी चले जाएं कुछ,
ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू।
वो बात सुने।
Again, he puts a lot of edge. Good shot. Is he going to get there? Oh, what a shot from Lucas. Kenya's needed a boundary. They've got one already. Can they squeeze in another one? But it's the end of the over.
Since Lucas has come in, he's shown intent. And that was a bit lacking with the top order batters of Kenya.
And that's what we've been looking for. We've been looking for a boundary. And talking about the boundary, it's the end of the over. His score is 97 for 5. Good. Lucas has shown very, very, very good intent, and it's really good. It's got reward for his efforts, Steve.
Definitely, sometimes you look at risk over reward, and you take a risk and you get the rewards, and that is the attitude that Lucas has come with onto the wicket.
Yeah, we're talking about the runs. Runs are not coming, but crowds are still trickling in It will be going to be big on Saturday. Sorry, not on Saturday. It's going to be quite big on Sunday. A swing and a miss. So he's bowling a little bit slower now. Sandeep is showing all his experience and why he's being rated as one of the better bowlers. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! What a reverse shot! All the way for 6. What a good shot! That's what they've been looking for. Exactly what a reverse shot, Steve. Things have changed these days in cricket.
Yeah, beautiful shot there from Sachin. The switch hit. And you know, we've been saying it. When spinners are bowling, look to play the reverse sweeps, look to play the normal sweep. Make him change his line and length.
The good is put pressure on Sandeep. Let's see how he's going to respond. Oh, good ball, good googly. Read it very well. And if Sandeep read it, but it very, very, very good googly. Gets a dot ball. That's what shows how class a bowler he is. Comes back strong. Oh, another good shot from Sandeep. Massive, good 6. Landed right on the boundary. Very, very, very good shot, Sandeep. This is what we've been looking for. We're talking about two. We're talking about 2 big overs. One of them is already presented itself.
That's a good shot again from Sachin. The conventional sweep hits it in the sweet spot into the terraces.
Oh, good shot. That's what we've been looking for. And the umpire is checking the ball. It bounces there. He's putting pressure on Sandeep. Oh, good ball again. Sandeep doesn't pitch on his half. To get a quick single. Good running in between. That's what I've been looking for. They've already got what, Steve? 6.6.
13 with 1 ball to go.
Yeah, that's a good one. They've really put pressure. Can Lucas accelerate and make it a bigger over of about 18? If you can get a boundary on this one, it'll be very good. Oh, Lucas goes his favorite area. Will it go for 4? Yes, it is. 4 runs from Lucas. It doesn't count, doesn't matter how they come, we still need runs.
This has been a big over for Kenya. 17 runs from it. With 2 overs left, 2 more big overs. I see Kenya getting to 130, 140.
Lucas is swinging very hard. Even if he misses, still get it. And that's the end of the over, and the score is 114 for 5.
Kenya need to put a good score on the board that they can look to fight and defend.
What is yours, Steve. Now, wherever they reach, they've got to fight for it. They've got to work hard. Yeah, but still, talking about it, still they've got 12 balls, Steve. We can get another over of another 18 like that. It'll be very, very, very good. And 18 runs, that's what we need. 18, 2 sixes, can be 3 sixes, 4 sixes, or 5 sixes. We'll have it. But Sachin is middling it well. Sima is coming in. Some ball has come back again. Oh, tries to go across, moves across. I like the intent, Steve. He's making use of the crease.
And every time he's done that, you know, it has paid off. He's gotten runs. So in the T20 version, you've got to try and improvise.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. But the ball already very well. The ball's a little bit wider. But showing his area. I want him to try and go, show him that he can also go extra, not only one direction. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. He's only going on one direction. Another swing and a miss. Try and show him also you can go extra. Extra, try and hit it a little bit more straighter. If you hit it more straighter, your chance of you getting a boundary are there. But Sapol is quite steady on his line. He's not bowling on his half at all. He's not trying to bowl Yorkers. Again, a swing and a miss. Contact, Sachin. Try and get contact. St. Paul, good bowling. Good bowling. Very, very, very good bowling.
He's been the pick of the bowlers on the Nepal side. I think he's a very experienced customer, been around for Nepal for quite some time now.
Three dot balls, watch the ball, watch the ball. Don't just swing, just you got to watch it. Get contact. Oh, is that a big one? He's picked up a fielder and a very, very, very good catch. Good bowling. Very, very good bowling on good areas. He's really kept the pressure very well. Picked up the fielder and a very good catch. And that brings the end of Sachin. He scored 17 runs, but he's really tried to accelerate it very well. That's a good start from Sachin. Steve, that's a very good hitting from Sachin, and that brings Shem Goche. The captain comes in. He's also known to be a very good hitter.
Shem is a good finisher with 8 balls to go. Let's see how he goes. But he's a very good finisher.
Steve talked about the bowling. He's bowled it well. He didn't bowl on his half completely. He middled it, but he's straight away on the fielder. Quite easy catch.
Good catch there from the captain, Sandeep Lamichane. Deep square leg.
Let's see now the captain. Let's go try and pick up. Oh, goes right on the top. Who's going to catch it? It's gone high. It's gone high. Oh, good catch. Oh, like the captain goes fast ball, try to swing, but he has no option but to swing. But a very good catch, Steve. He ran all the way from the boundary. And to land and take a good catch, it's outstanding.
Nepal have been very good in the field. They've taken their chances. They've stopped runs. They've put pressure on the Kenyan batsman. That's a very good catch. Running in from the deep, he ran about 40 yards.
Yeah.
Take a good catch. Dipendra Singh Aire. Good catch from him.
Good catch from Dipendra. And talking about the catch, one brother leaves, one brother comes in. Shem Goche leaves and comes in. Nehemiah Odiambo. Both brothers, both of them are very well known for hitting. Sampol has been outstanding. Dot, 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 wicket, wicket. So he's bowled it steady. Oh, Lucas goes again and hits the stumps. Very good hit. He only gets a single. 1 run. Sampol, good bowling. Excellent bowling from Sampol. Create enough pressure. Finished on that over with 2 wickets. Yeah, and create pressure on the Kenya ball. And the score, with 1 over to go, is 115 for 7.
That's a very good spell from Sompa. Very good spell from him. Senior pro in the team. He's done the job for his captain.
And it's nice to see school boys coming in. Schools are... It's going to be a very huge part of this process of rebuilding the Kenyan cricket team. So the more kids we have, the better. And there's a chance they're going to watch Nepal in this country. I said earlier, there are 5 one-dayers. Yeah.
Casey Curran to bowl the last over. How many runs do you think Kennedy in the last over?
Oh dear, now we need as many as we can, Steve. Can we get 36? If you get 36, 6 sixes, you're on pro. But let's be realistic. If we get 20, it will be a good one. About 15, 20 runs, the last over. Lucas, good hitter. Karan is bowling. Lucas nearly took off his head. What a shot from Lucas. Nearly took off the bowler's head. 4 runs. It was hit with a lot of authority. Good shot.
Good slap back past the bowler by Lucas. Very good finisher again, Lucas, towards the end of the innings. And he's showing it.
Oh, Steve, that was something. Went like a bullet. The bowler didn't have a chance to duck. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Took off plus the umpire. Both. Oh, is that a wide? Is that wide? Let's wait and see the umpire. Oh, no. He didn't pick a wide. It's a dot ball. It looks like a wide, but the umpire has kept his hands down. Dot ball. So there's a four runs, then a dot ball. He's not going to ball on Lucas' half, Steve. There you go again, Karan. Pressure on him. He's moving the fielder. He's bringing the sweeper in, Steve.
Deep square leg comes in, takes a deep point.
Oh, deep point has gone down. So he's going to ball wider to him, to Lucas. Lucas, you got to move outside off stump if he wants to hit it, but he's not going to ball on his half at all. Oh, swing and a miss. Oh, Empire is saying it's sort of wide. We think we want the ball to be hit. We think it's a wide. Empire is saying no wide at all. But he moved well.
Looks like Karan is going to target the white line. The wide white line.
I think the Empire is saying that he's walked across, so he can't give a wide. And Karan has changed, Steve. He's going to attack him from round the wicket. There you go, 3 balls. Can he get 3 boundaries? So far he's been bowling well. He's realized he's got to bowl away from Lucas. Oh, Lucas go with a lot of authority again. Did he get the gap? Yes, it is. 4 runs. A good shot from Lucas. And the crowd loves it.
Lucas finishing on a high here. That's a good shot to the mid-wicket boundary. Gives himself room and swings his shoulders to the deep mid-wicket boundary.
Good shot. Karan, I think you could have stuck where you were bowling from this side, bowling away from him. It's more difficult. He's only looking to go on that side of the wicket. Mid-wicket area that looks as his favorite area. But he's a big boy and a strong boy. If you bowl on his half, he's definitely going to get a hold of you nicely. Oh, what a shot! 6 runs! You can't ask for anything more than that. What a shot! Very good shot. What a start! Lucas is showing his power. Mid-wicket side ball wider. He's gone completely over.
It's a beautiful shot from Lucas. Goes deep into the crease and hits him over long off.
He's creating a lot of pressure on Karan. Karan has gone already for 14. Last ball. What is going to happen on this last ball? Lucas. Karan. Oh, ball the short ball. They run the first one hard. Can they run the second one? Oh, easy run out. Easy run out. Good shot and a good finish from Kenya. That's exactly what you're expecting. You're looking for 120. They've got 10 runs more, Steve. What a start from Lucas. Very, very, very good hitting. Last ball was a short ball, and they only run 2 runs. But what 1 run, what a start from Kenya. And Kenya is going to defend 130, Steve. Is it good? Is it enough for them to defend?
In these conditions, overcast conditions, and the wicket a bit spongy, it's a pass score, I would say.
It's going to be a tough one, but they're playing at home. If they can put in a lot of pressure and create no room, ball initially fast and feel like tigers, then they should be there. Talking about the game, Lucas has finished very well with his 30. Outstanding performance. From Lucas. Hit the ball very, 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 very well in all the areas. I love the way Lucas was hitting the ball.
Nepal feel they've done a good job here, restricting Kenya to 130 runs. Let's see what the second inning holds. If Kenya can strike early in the power play.
It's going to be very crucial if they start early, because you don't know. The surface, I don't think it will change so much. The weather still remains the same. So if you ball in good areas, you'll definitely get runs. Kenyans, is it enough for them to defend 130? It's only the first game that you're going to have. Oh, that's it. Let's see the total score. The total score is 130. We're still waiting to see the bowling figures for the bowlers and the betting and the batsmen, how much they've got. Steve, if you look at the batting, where do you think they went slow? I think they went slow in the middle order. When they're supposed to get boundaries, they still got singles in between.
Yeah, they didn't get enough boundaries. And also, as I said earlier on, running in between the wicket, we didn't really hustle in. Sometimes when you hustle in, you put the fielders under pressure, you get the fumbles and get your extra runs. And that also creates boundary balls.
Yeah, I think they didn't use of their feet like they were saying, Steve. They didn't step out, they didn't sweep, apart from Sachin who came in and got there. Nepal needs 130 or 120 ball. It's gettable, but it's going to depend on how Kenya are going to react on the second half. Let's go 130. Let's look at the boundaries the way they came in. Ifan Karim started well, Steve. Got two on the leg side. That was the first one, but they couldn't ball to him. They kept on balling to him on the leg area, and he kept on getting runs on that area. And that made it very, very, very hard for the bowlers. Those are the two boundaries he got on the leg side. So they found it a little bit harder to go to a left-hander.
And being a touch player, Irfan only needed just to get the bat on the ball to get those boundaries. It was a bit of an offline from the bowler.
And that's one area that Nepal is going to work on, because he's going to be betting up the order. Yeah. On that area that they've got to start. Collins came in, but Collins started a little bit impressive, but I know initially the ball swung a little bit, so that I thought that they would go with a betting strong up the order, but it didn't work. But if you look at the areas that they were hitting, they were very, very, very good areas. A little bit of misfield, but everything went Nepal's way from there, and they really didn't get so much boundaries.
This was Nelson Odhiambo. Again, used the crease very well, cut the ball to deep point for a boundary. Very nice use of his hands.
And that is going to be the challenge for the Kenyans, Steve. They played very well in bits and pieces, and that's what makes you win or lose. So that the difference between 130, 140 or 150 is those small steps that you take in the middle. They didn't take those steps very well, and they found themselves to get only 130. But that's all they have at the moment. They've got to try and see if they're going to get that score.
Lucas came in and showed intent, and every time he got bat on ball, he got the rewards.
And that's what you're looking for. And Lucas came in with a lot of intent. And if you look at the areas that he hit on that area, and he proved to me that he can also hit it on the off. Ball it one and went completely extra covers for a massive shot. And that wraps up. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the wickets, how the wickets fell, how they got their wickets. They ball into certain areas and they created pressure.
This was Alex, went over extra cover, went for a shimmy down the wicket and hit the ball over extra cover. Such a very difficult shot to play. Collins picked a good length and hit it over deep mid-wicket for 6.
Initially we showed you guys the 4s, now we're getting to the 6s, but there were not so many 6s apart from Sachin Bhudia, and it came into... Sachin Bhudia got some 6s, and then towards the end Lucas was very, 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 very impressive with the 6s, with the 3 6s that he got. Is it 2 6s or 1 6, Steve?
There goes Lucas again, over long off, just cleared his left foot off the way and swung his bat to over extra long off.
And that's the area that we wanted. If you're looking at the wickets, the way the wickets fall very easily. Start from Alex Obanda, misjudged it completely. Straight ball, he got a shocker. And that's what I dream of an opening bowler, Steve. Either on top of off stump. He bowled it in good areas. Collins of weird size goal over the top and just sneaks it up there. But at that moment, Steve, they create a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure from Nepal bowling. They created that pressure to be able to get the wickets.
And Collins was looking to maximize the power play. I think he just lost his shape there playing that shot.
And then from there, there was a wide ball initially, very, very, very good keeping, as if good movement. But talking of good keeping, and then he came back capable. I thought he was quite unlucky with that one, Steve.
He misread the line of the ball. It was the wrong one coming back into him.
We would speak about coming back to him, but I thought it's a little bit of unlucky. The ball swung a little bit in, and the rest were just catches. They tried to accelerate, and they couldn't accelerate at all. Is it kind of that? Is it? I don't know whether it's going to be that kind of wicket that's not. You don't have to look for 160, 170. Is it good enough? Or are they short by 10 runs? Can they prove to us that it's a tough wicket to bet on? And that is the beautiful Nairobi Gymkhana. Beautiful ground, good setup. We've got a drone going right on top of the field. And we are definitely looking forward for a very good chase. And that's the end. And a good chase. Kenya is going to chase 130. Kenya scored 130 for 7. And they've got to defend 130. Kenya needs to bowl less than 6.5 runs and over. Nepal needs 6.5 runs and over or 7 runs and over. And they're definitely on top. And I just say goodbye for now for the first half. We catch up with you guys on the second half, where it's going to be quite interesting for both teams. Kenya need to defend 130. Nepal needs to get 130 to win. It's going to be quite an exciting on the first T20 at Nairobi Gymkhana. See you in a bit.
Welcome back to our coverage of the first T20 between Nepal and home team Kenya. A fabulous look at the Nairobi Gymkhana ground in the heart of Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. We are delighted to bring you international cricket action once again. The ground looking fabulous. Of course, it hasn't seen action for many years now, but aren't we glad to return here? I'm Charu Sharma, delighted to have the company of one of the Kenyan icons, Steve Tikolo, as we begin the second innings, and a fourth shot straight away from the Nepal openers. They have 131 to make. We would think not too difficult, but who alone knows? It's time to see how well Kenya bowled trying to defend the 130 they scored. Steve, your thoughts on the bowling?
Elijah Otieno opens the bowling for Kenya, starts off well with the dot ball. Elijah has been around for the Kenya team for some time now. Hits good areas and moves the ball both ways.
Elijah bowling from the commentator's end. Good delivery first up this one. More bounce. Nice carry. And once again a false shot by Pawan Saraf, who's opening for Nepal. A little lower bounce the first ball, a little higher the second. Both times he tried to play an aggressive shot and Pawan Saraf failed. The keeper, Irfan Karim, tall youngster, son of another Kenyan legend, Asif Karim, put in a nice knock today, 13 change, but would love to see more aggression from him in the future. Third ball. Very wide. Will that be declared one? No. Saraf looks at the umpire saying, come on. But again, that aggressive square cut attempted, and he has not been able to touch the ball. Time for a bit of a conference between the two players inside there, saying, what, are you finding it difficult to sight the ball? What's going on here?
And also, out of the three balls, I think the two balls have died down towards the keeper. So it looks like the wicket may be double paced.
Yeah, well, that's not great news for any batsman when you come in first. Again a swing and a miss. Again, just inside that suggested line for the wides. Well, I tell you what, short and wide, those should have been cracked away for boundaries. But a little tentative, perhaps, that swing.
Definitely, yeah. And like we saw with the Kenya batting, it looked as if it was not an easy wicket to come in and just play the big shots.
Well, I'm sure that Nepal will be disappointed because the balls have been there to be square cut for 4. There is a backward point, third man at the boundary. One slip. Much better. Finally gets him back to ball. Tentative running. Rakib Patel comes in from the covers. Yeah, good run in the end, but there was a little bit of yes and no there. Anyway, first runs on the board for Nepal. I'm sure some nerves will be settled. And of course, Pawan Saraf with that gentle tap to the covers.
Elijah Otieno goes again. Holds it a bit wide. Asif plays it to deep point where there's protection, and they get 1 run. First over goes Nepal, 2 runs for no loss. So Kenya starts off well.
Yeah, Elijah, a nice over, of course. Another day that might have gone for 15, 16, who knows, because there were several balls short and wide, and a batsman in form would have cracked them away, even though there was a backward point. Whether you go in the air or stay along the ground, those were all boundary balls. Missed out. Mohammad Asif Sheikh, their keeper, also opens. He hasn't seen much action so far, but he's now striking from the commentator's end as
Lucas Oluoch opening from the Forest Road end.
Yeah, he's not helping us by not wearing a number, but Lucas it is, and some fine hitting from Lucas as he comes round the wicket. That's a little strange for a right-handed bowler straight away to come round the wicket. Lefty, I beg your pardon. Okay, so there we go. No wonder. Let me get that right. Over the wicket. Oh, that in the air hit from the upper part of the bat, and he's so lucky. Mohammad Asif Sheikh that didn't carry to short mid-wicket. I think the ball hurried onto him.
Yeah, Lucas bowls heavy balls. He's a strong lad, and at times his ball rushes the batsman.
Well, you can make out he's a big boy, and the way he hit that ball when he was batting, he can clear the boundary at will. I still say they're at least 20 runs short, according to me, but it was a nice acceleration towards the end by Kenya to get to that 130 mark. So some challenge in there, some possibilities for Kenya. Drifting down leg. That's what you don't want now, Kenya, because you don't have enough runs on the board. And if you're going to give extras away through wides, then I'm sure the bowling coach might have something to say.
Definitely, yeah. You know, those are extra runs and extra balls you're giving to Nepal to chase down a small target of 130. So, you know, you wouldn't want that.
No, sir. Another look at the keeper, Irfan Karim. One of the taller keepers I've seen. Number 1. Likes that number, doesn't he? He moved in first gear most of the time. Much better. Oh, they take a single. They've snuck it in. That's good thinking. Mohammad Asif Sheikh just drops it in front of him. Quick call. Good run.
Good run again from Nepal. I think we didn't see this during Kenya's innings.
Yep, you were watching. Steve, you're right. I think they missed a few opportunities in the infield when the big shots weren't coming. But to be fair, initially, the first few overs, the Kenya batsman couldn't get much bat on ball. So if you don't even get that, can't take the single. One slip for Oluoch. And backward point. Cover, extra cover. Was well in to prevent the single. Oh, that should be taken easily. Who's going to get underneath? Mid-wicket does. That's the first wicket. Pawan Saraf trying to clear the infield, get the upper half of the bat once again. And Steve, you were so right. He bowls a heavy ball. It got a little too big on Pawan Saraf. Here it is again. Easy for mid-wicket. Pulled it from well outside off. That's always dangerous because you tend to get a little late. Got the upper half of the bat, top edge. Easy catch. Nepal lose their first.
Score is 4 for 1 in the second over. Kenya needs to keep on picking wickets, especially in the power play, for them to have a good game.
Well, Gyanendra Malla comes in next for Nepal. And I think the entire Nepal dugout would be a little worried now because the one thing that, as you just mentioned, Steve, that can help Kenya here is to take wickets, and particularly in the power play early on. Because a score like 130, you can just push the ball around singles, you can cruise there without much trouble. But if they pick wickets up, and if Nepal is, say, 50 for 5, then you're talking trouble. So Nepal will be aware of that, and they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that they don't give any more wickets away. Even though in the power play they get 30, 35, they should be okay. Because this is really not a high chase, a heavy chase.
Definitely, yeah. Like we said earlier on, 130, Kenya will have to bowl very well to win this game.
Well, some people just running in front of the side screen to make sure it's in the right place. Because Lucas Oluoch is coming from over the wicket as a lefty bowler. And maybe, Steve, you can give them a little advice to have maybe wider side screens as we go along. But, you know, hey, listen, make no mistake, I'm really happy to be here. Big cricket is back. There's excitement all over Nairobi, all over Kenya, and Nepal too, and other cricket-playing nations. A little wider side screen, maybe. Because if he changes his ends, bowling over now, when he comes around, he'll have to be shifted again. Oh, yes. Bounce and carry. You used a great word. Bowls a heavy ball, does Lucas.
And that's what Kenya requires. Keep testing the batters. That was a very good ball from Lucas, angled across the right-hander. He's got that ability to move it across the right-hander.
I don't see much movement in the air from Lucas. That's because he does try and use a lot of shoulder. Bowls it heavy, but as long as he bowls good tight lines, there is a slip now. Down leg. Wrong line. Can't give these easy runs away, but maybe I'm being too critical. He has taken a wicket. Very important from Kenya's perspective. Oh, he hits the gym hard, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a stocky fellow. Works hard on his fitness and on his bowling also.
Colin Zabuya is at first slip. Irfan Karim, the keeper, they are waiting for that edge. Edged! Or does it drop just in front of the keeper? Oh,
Didn't carry there.
Oluok should be so disappointed, gutted. He did get the outside edge we were talking about. There it is again.
Gets the bottom edge and dives as it gets to the keeper.
I'd say that's very smartly kept by Irfan Karim. The ball was bouncing, he got his face out of the way and yet knew the bounce. Well done to the young keeper Irfan Karim. Oh gosh, that could so easily have been 2 wickets down for Nepal. They've started shakily. I'm a touch disappointed because they've been playing so much international cricket around the world this whole year. I was talking to Sandeep Lamichhane and they said, well, we've been to Scotland and to many other places around the world from January onwards. So this start is a shade disappointing, but maybe I'm being too critical too early.
I think also the new conditions.
True.
They've never played in Nairobi, so they wouldn't know how the wicket is playing.
Well, at least they should be used to cool conditions because up in Nepal it can get really cold. Snows a lot too. It is a Himalayan kingdom. But in the summer it does get very hot as well. Here too, in Nairobi, what's the high temperatures that you get?
Nairobi, 28, 29,
Really?
30.
Wow, you guys are spoiled. Well, that is cool through the year then. And I believe the night temperatures now are maybe in the early teens, 10, 11, 12 somewhere?
Yeah, 10, 11, 12.
Fabulous.
I think because we are on the equator, so the weather is nice and pleasant.
Well, equator can get really hot if you're not 5,500 feet high. Elijah continues. Elijah Otieno. He bowled many balls short and wide. And let's see whether it can be better handled now by the man on strike. Oh, slipped out, I think. Very wide. You could almost see it from the commentary position, just slipping out of his hands, his fingers.
And a very good job done by Karim. That
True.
was written all over it.
Well, take a look how quickly Karim moves to his left. Well done. He's a tall man. That helps. Usually keepers about a foot shorter than Karim. Steve, I know you're dying to go down and talk to him, but you will not have the chance. One way down leg, tried to correct, overcorrected, way down off. He's really giving Karim a workout.
Looks like he hasn't gotten his run up right. Just needs to relax a bit and focus on what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, Colin Zabuya had slipped. I'd be a little worried. The ball's going to come to him directly. Okay, Elijah. Where's the third one? Straight on middle stump. Come on. Yes, very handsomely played. Mid-off was in the circle. That will be the first boundary for Nepal. Good shot by Gyanendra Malla. Got nicely behind the line. Had the confidence to play it up in the air and well past or over mid-off.
Good shot there by Malla. Just got into the line of the ball and used his hands nicely. Kept his shape over mid-off for a boundary. Nice shot.
Nehemiah Odiambo.
जान अगर टीवी ऑन है तो उसे 2 मिनट के लिए बंद कर दें यार. वो क्या कहते हैं उधर भी वही लगा हुआ है, क्या कहते हैं अकाउंट इधर भी एलसीडी पे वही अकाउंट लगा हुआ है, फिर वो चल नहीं रहा सही, बार-बार स्टक हो जा रहा है. वो रिकनेक्टेड कैरियर दे जा रहा है बार-बार, घर भी कनेक्ट है तो इधर भी रिकनेक्ट करी जा रहा है बार-बार.
Now a no ball. Elijah letting your side down. A free hit now for Malla and expect him to give it the big tonk.
And nothing as good as this for a batsman to get a free hit in the power play.
True. Although he's just come in, but he hit that sweet boundary over mid-off some time back, so he's seen the ball well enough. And now, of course, it's the same batsman. You cannot change the field. You've got a mid-off, cover, backward point, a slip, and 3 men in the circle on the onside as well. Fine leg inside the circle at 45, a mid-wicket and a mid-on. That's the inside field. He can go anywhere over at will. And he does to the left of Nehemiah. That's going to be another wonderful boundary off that free hit. A bonus for Nepal.
Cracking shot there from Mala. Just stood in his crease. Elijah was looking for the Yorker length, but didn't execute.
Well, that's a tough ball, the Yorker. I mean, we know it's one of the finest deliveries anywhere, anytime, any cricket. But it's so difficult to get it just right. Either it's in the slot for the big hit, or of course, it's a low full toss. Both go for boundaries. They have to be so precise. Very few bowlers, Steve, who can bowl a Yorker, a good Yorker, at will. Much better. Good length. Good line. Elijah, this is what we expect from you, yes?
John Ride pick करने आया हूँ जो होटो नहीं आ रहा हूँ लेके.
The Yorker length is a very difficult art to execute. You have the greats like the Malingas who did it consistently, but a lot of bowlers struggle with that.
I must confess, Jasprit Bumrah is a fabulous exponent of the Yorker, for one. Whoa! Whoa! What's going on here? Even the very tall Irfan Kareem can't dive quickly enough to his left. That, I'm afraid, Steve, was a no ball because it has to stay inside the striking crease, and that's more trouble for Kenya. Very disappointing.
Yeah, Elijah looks like he's struggling with his run-up. See him keep on counting his steps and marking. He hasn't gotten his run-up right.
Well, you're very kind. I think he hasn't gotten many things right because those were wild down the leg side. Another free hit. Oh, puts his hand down to it. At some cost, no doubt. Unable to get underneath that, Malla. So, well done off that free hit, giving nothing away. I think he might have hurt his hand a bit, though. But he bowled a slower one, I think. Yeah.
This was a slow one. Good option.
I think that's what he was trying to bowl when he keeps going down leg. It slips away from his hand. But that's been a very good over for Nepal. Well done up in the air. There is a cover sweeper. Malla helps himself to another single. This is getting to be a really long over, Steve. Will it end?
So far he's bowled 3 extra balls, so we're talking about a 9 ball over.
Well, 4 extra really. 2 no balls, 2 wides. The first 2 were wides off either side of the wicket, then 2 no balls. Very expensive. Oh boy.
Looks like he's struggling.
Well, I've got to say, this is rather basic. You know, you've got to mark your run up and you almost never miss it then. But, of course, in modern cricket, the support team goes out there and marks a little bit of paint for each of the bowlers, the lead bowlers at least. Yeah, well done, into the covers. Good ball. Every once in a while when he's on line, he looks good enough, but this is, well, not a very good over for Kenya at all. Nepal 23 for 1.
Beta, no. Get pasta for Papa and Maggie for the maid. If it's Aquafina, it's fake. Only Nestle or sparkling water. Nah, Mia, you will hurt your foot like that, beta. No, come back. I'm in aisle 2. I got my nose job from Sarah. Get it from her. I got married too young, na? Nah, Mia, you have my phone. Beta, call Papa and ask him if he wants cream. No, I want the Nestle.
Oluwach comes again. It's very unlucky last ball of his last over, where it took an under edge and didn't quite carry to the keeper.
Yes, and you know he's hit very good lines and lengths. Again, starts off very well. Controls the damage done by Elijah on the other end.
Oh boy, that was a rough over for Kenya. And I wonder if he's going to get another over to try and resurrect himself. But we got a slip. Colin Zabuya still there, waiting for the edge. Into the covers. must say he's been getting behind the ball well, Gyanendra Malla. A sweet, lofted drive over mid-off, the previous over for 4. And of course, got the benefit of a free hit as well.
And he's one of the batters who's been around for Nepal. I think the first time I met him was 2016 in New Zealand.
Again, plenty of bounce and so well played. Just drops it down towards square leg. It's clever batting. Didn't try and be expansive with it, because on a short ball every once in a while, he's practicing the shot now. I was about to say, every once in a while you get tempted into the hook. I'll say it again though, Steve, since we have a little lull here. I'm so glad that there's big time cricket in Kenya, or international cricket at any rate. My first time here, I'm loving it. It would be so nice to have Kenya make a fist to this, make a battle of trying to defend 130. He doesn't seem to be getting too much timing there, Pawan Saraf. He's been there for quite a while, but he might want, there you go, change a bat. It did look like he wasn't striking it well enough. He's played some handsome shots, but they haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, with no power, yeah. And most of them have gone to the fielders.
Yeah, well, took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say it didn't look like he was timing it well at all, but it looks like there's a problem with the bat. Maybe a crack right at the bottom. And just a lull here till the umpires allow him another bat. They have to if the bat is cracked or whatever, otherwise not playable. Doesn't look like it has a crack, but he's certainly pretty unhappy with it. So what was happening in New Zealand, Steve?
It was a qualifier for the 50-over World Cup, where Kenya was also taking part. Nepal was part of it, Ireland, Scotland.
How did that finish for Kenya?
Kenya, we finished, I think, 4th, so we didn't qualify for the World Cup.
Well, it's all going to happen for Kenya now that we've restarted. And I wish you guys luck, because, I mean, there were some very exciting players, such as yourself and others, many years ago. We need that to return to Kenya. The world's waiting. We still can't find good timing. But I must say, hitting a slightly back of the length, heavy ball, Lucas Oluoch, and both Asif and Malla not really taking him on. The one who did is back in the pavilion because the ball got too big on him, tried to pull from outside off, and spooned an easy one to mid wicket.
मैं उसका सोल्यूशन फाइंड करने आया हूँ। जनाब, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जब भी न्यू यूट्यूबर वीडियो अपलोड करते हैं ना, तो उसकी वीडियो 2-4 व्यूज़ पर रुक जाती है। आगे उसकी वीडियो यूट्यूब रिकमेंड नहीं करता। उसकी वीडियो पर इंप्रेशन नहीं आते, तो ज़ाहिरी बात है इंप्रेशन नहीं आएंगे तो व्यूज़ नहीं आएंगे। व्यूज़ नहीं आएंगे तो आपका वॉच टाइम नहीं बढ़ेगा। वॉच टाइम नहीं बढ़ेगा तो आपका यूट्यूब चैनल मोनेटाइज नहीं होगा। चैनल मोनेटाइज नहीं होगा तो आपकी वीडियो पर एड्स नहीं चलेंगे। एड्स नहीं चलेंगे तो आपको पैसा नहीं मिलेगा, और इसी पैसे के लिए लोग यूट्यूब चैनल चला रहे हैं। तो अगर आपकी भी यही प्रॉब्लम है, आपकी वीडियो पर व्यूज़ नहीं आ रहे, जो भी वीडियो आप अपलोड करते हैं ना, 2, 4 या 10 व्यूज़ पर वो आपकी वीडियो रुक जाती है। 2 दिन बाद अगर आप चेक कर लेते हैं ना, तो वही 10 या 2-3 व्यूज़ वहाँ पे होते हैं। आगे आपकी वीडियो पर व्यूज़ नहीं आते, आपकी वीडियो वहीं पे रुक जाती है। तो आज की वीडियो को अगर आप लास्ट तक देखे हैं तो आपको पता चलेगा कि इस प्रॉब्लम को आप किस तरह सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। यूट्यूब ने इसके लिए 2 तरीके बताए हैं कि ये 2 तरीके अगर किसी वीडियो के अंदर मौजूद हो तो उसी वीडियो को हम आगे रिकमेंड करते हैं, उसके इंप्रेशन ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा भेजते हैं और उसी वीडियो पे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा व्यूज़ भी आते हैं। और ये 2 प्रॉब्लम अगर किसी वीडियो के अंदर हम देखते हैं तो उसकी वीडियो नहीं तो ज़्यादा इंप्रेशन हम भेजते हैं और उसकी वीडियो वहीं पे रुक जाते हैं। तो एग्जाम्पल की तरह मैं आप लोग को समझाने की कोशिश करूँगा। 2 वीडियो मैं ओपन करूँगा, एक वीडियो जिस पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा व्यूज़ हो और दूसरी वीडियो जिस पे कम से कम व्यूज़ हो। जिस वीडियो पे ज़्यादा व्यूज़ आए हैं उसके अंदर कौन सी क्वालिटी मौजूद है, किस वजह से ज़्यादा व्यूज़ आए हैं, तो अगर आप उन चीज़ को समझ जाते हैं ना, तो आप हर वीडियो पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा व्यूज़ गेन कर सकते हैं। दूसरी वीडियो ओपन करूँगा, उसके अंदर कौन कौन से मिस्टेक हैं जिसकी वजह से उस पर व्यूज़ नहीं आए। तो अगर आप उन मिस्टेक को पकड़ जाते हैं और उसका सोल्यूशन फाइंड कर लेते हैं ना, तो डेफिनेटली आप हर वीडियो पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा व्यूज़ गेन कर सकते हैं। तो वीडियो काफ़ी नॉलेजेबल है न्यू यूट्यूबर के लिए। वीडियो को अभी से लाइक करें, फर्स्ट टाइम है चैनल पे तो भी दबाइए ताकि इसी तरह इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियो आपको मिलते रहे। तो वीडियो शुरू करते हैं। तो जनाब, साइड पर आप मेरे मोबाइल की स्क्रीन देख सकते हैं। यहाँ पे मेरे पास एक वीडियो है जिस पर 2,96,000
sore foot because it did hit his foot and then go, and again no bounce.
Henny is looking for the perfect domain name deal. That's why she needs Namecheap. There are hundreds of domain extensions available, spanning all types of interests and industries, all at great prices. With 2 months
व्यूज़ आए हैं और इसके मैं आपको 2 चीज़ें समझाने की कोशिश करूंगा। वो चीज़ अगर आप समझ जाते हैं ना तो फिर आप हर वीडियो पर व्यूज़ ले सकते हैं। जनाब यहाँ पे आप लोग देख सकते हैं वीडियो परफॉर्मेंस के अंदर आप लोग को 2 चीज़ें मैं समझाऊंगा। ये चीज़ आप लोगों ने समझनी है। एक चीज़ है इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट और दूसरा है एवरेज व्यू ड्यूरेशन। तो इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट के बिल्कुल आगे आप लोग देख के एक टिक लगा हुआ है, मतलब ये है कि सही है, न डाउन है न अप है, सही है, नॉर्मल है। यहाँ पे एवरेज वेव ड्यूरेशन के आगे आप लोग देखें जो एरो है ना वो अप है, मतलब ऊपर जा रही है। ठीक हो गया, इस चीज़ को आप लोग समझेंगे। इसके अलावा मैं एक और वीडियो को ओपन करता हूँ और यहाँ पे मेरे पास मौजूद है एक वीडियो। इसकी कंपैरिजन में आप लोग को बताता हूँ। ये देखिए, इस वीडियो पे 1600 व्यूज़ है। यहाँ पे देखिए वीडियो परफॉर्मेंस में आप लोग देखें इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट है और एवरेज व्यू ड्यूरेशन है। जो इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट है ना वो भी डाउन है, एवरेज व्यू ड्यूरेशन है वो भी डाउन है। तो ये 2 चीज़ें अगर आप समझ जाते हैं ना तो आप हर वीडियो पर व्यूज़ ले सकते हैं। अब इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट जब ऊपर होगा तो उस वीडियो पे सबसे ज़्यादा व्यूज़ आएंगे। और इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट किस वजह से ज़्यादा होता है और ये क्या चीज़ है जनाब? ये है कि आपके थंबनेल पर कितने लोग क्लिक करते हैं, इसकी वजह से आपका इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट इंक्रीज होता है। अब फॉर एग्जांपल आपने वीडियो अपलोड की, आपकी वीडियो यूट्यूब ने 10 लोगों को रिकमेंड की, वहाँ पे थंबनेल दिखाया 10 लोगों को, 10 लोगों में से 8 लोगों ने इस पर क्लिक कर दिया, तो आपका जो इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट है वो इंक्रीज होगा। इंक्रीज क्यों होगा? 10 लोगों को दिखाया, 8 लोगों ने उस पर क्लिक कर दिया, तो YouTube को पता चला कि इस थंबनेल में कुछ खास है, इसलिए 10 में से 8 लोगों ने क्लिक कर दिया। चलो ऐसा करते 30 और लोगों को दिखाते इसकी वीडियो, तो आपकी वीडियो 30 लोगों को दिखाई जाती है। फिर अगर उनमें से 25 लोग क्लिक करते हैं तो आपकी वीडियो 100 लोगों को YouTube दिखाता है। 100 में से 50 लोग या 80 लोग क्लिक करते हैं तो आपकी वीडियो 1000 लोगों को YouTube दिखाता है। तो जब तक आपके इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट इंक्रीज होता है तो आपकी वीडियो के इंप्रेशन ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जाती है। ठीक हो गया। अब इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट आप किससे इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं जनाब? आप थंबनेल के थ्रू इसको इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि आपको पता होगा जो दिखता है वो बिकता है। आप किसी फ्रूट वाले के पास जाते हैं और आप वहाँ पे देखते हैं जो बिल्कुल ख़राब फ्रूट होते हैं ना वो टॉप पे रखे होते हैं और जो सही है वो नीचे होते हैं। तो क्या आप उनसे फ्रूट बाय करेंगे? नहीं बाय करेंगे, क्योंकि ऊपर से आपको पता चलेगा कि इसके फ्रूट तो सारे ख़राब हैं। अगर ऐसा है वो सही जो फ्रूट है ना वो टॉप पे रखे और ख़राब पीछे रखे, तो फिर भी आप धोखा खा सकते हैं। आप जा सकते हैं कि इसके पास बहुत अच्छी फ्रूट है तो आप उसे बाय कर सकते हैं। तो थंबनेल आप जितना अट्रैक्टिव बना सकते हैं उसके थ्रू आपका जो इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट है ये इंक्रीज होगा और आपके हर वीडियो पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंप्रेशन जा सकती है। ठीक हो गया। तो आप ये ना सोचिए कि मैंने थंबनेल बनाया है बिल्कुल ठीक है, नहीं। मैं आपको एक टिप देता हूँ, आप हर वीडियो के लिए मतलब से 5 से 10 वीडियो के लिए 5-5 थंबनेल बनाए। एक थंबनेल आपने बनाया यूट्यूब पर आपने वीडियो अपलोड नहीं किया अभी तक, लेकिन आपने एक थंबनेल बनाया, इस पर आप सोचिए 10 मिनट सोचिए कि इसके अंदर मैं क्या चीज़ें इंप्रूव कर सकता हूँ। हर वीडियो के लिए आपने 5-5 थंबनेल बनाने हैं, तो फिर आप देखेंगे कि आपका थंबनेल कितना इंप्रूव होता है। तो थंबनेल की वजह से आपका जो इंप्रेशन क्लिक थ्रू रेट है ना ये इंक्रीज होता है, और जैसे इंक्रीज होता है तो आपकी वीडियो रिकमेंडेशन में जाते हैं, यूट्यूब इसकी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंप्रेशन सेंड करता है। दूसरा जो टर्म है ना एवरेज वेव ड्यूरेशन है। इसका मतलब ये है कि आपने एक वीडियो बनाई, उसका लेंथ 5 मिनट है, उसको 50 लोगों ने ओपन कर दिया, 40 लोगों ने फुल वॉच कर दिया आपकी वीडियो, तो आपकी जो एवरेज वेव ड्यूरेशन है ना वो इंक्रीज होता है, जिससे यूट्यूब को पता
difficult to put away. That's a waste.
Yeah, another extra ball, extra run. Kenya cannot afford this because of the total that they have on the board. Need to be a bit disciplined.
Well, it could work both ways. If Kenya are going to win this, of course, it'll be fabulous for the country, the cricket supporters, for the players themselves, all the fans and the youngsters. If it doesn't, it might just G them up a bit, saying, come on, we've got to play a lot harder and maybe work something different, think a little more. Well done, cracked away. Is there support there? No one there. Very wide of third man. Finally, some good timing there on that. And shot off Oluoch. And it is Asif who changed the bat, didn't he?
Yes, and a good shot from Asif. Good hands. The hand speed was good towards backward point for a boundary.
The best part, he wasn't looking to hit it too hard, just time it. Came sweetly onto the middle of the bat. Now they have some cover there, a cover point man at the boundary. The horse may have bolted. Much fuller. First time I've seen, because he was cut the last ball, that Oluoch's ball slightly full. So he does have the fuller ball, just doesn't like to bowl it.
I think his business area is that 3/4 length bread and butter ball.
Collins Aboyad slip, still waiting for the edge. Good call in the gap. If
Good
the ball,
cricket.
yeah, if
Good
the
cricket by Nepal there. Usually we say after a boundary, the batsman needs to take a single and rotate the strike. It's good cricket from them.
Yeah, not unless it's there for the hit again. But if it isn't, yep, take the single, because dot balls, and there were so many in the Kenya innings, really, Steve, that was very disappointing.
Definitely, yeah. I think they'll need to have a real look at how they want to approach their innings.
Again, can't quite find the timing. This time, Gyanendra Malla. Good enough for one. Except for that boundary, not such a bad over. But it was a superb square cut. The throw wasn't much, but it was a good, loud call by the non-striker. That's what we like to see. Decent over by Lucas. His third gone now. It's 45 for 1.
End of the power play. Nepal on 45 for 1. I think Kenya were 30 for 2, 30 for 3.
Yeah, they didn't get too many runs, but the problem was they lost their top order before the power play was up. And that's going to come back and bite you. Because every once in a while, if the bowling's very good, you don't get too many runs in the power play. If you don't give wickets away, then there's always time to accelerate. Which you guys did, by the way. Kenya accelerated very well through a couple of the batsmen. Budhia for 1. And
Lucas
Oluoch did very well, hit some big sixes. One just to the left of the commentary box, high up. Mark that down as a 90 plus meter 6. Nehemiah will continue from the commentator's end.
Didn't have a good first over. Let's hope he can redeem himself in this one.
Yeah, there were 4. There was a one that went for 4 wides, as well as 2 boundaries hit. There is a third man. Well turned away though. He knew exactly what he was doing. Angled it. Didn't try and hit it too hard. Now, of course, more boundary riders, so you've got to be careful. Not that these two have played much in the air. Only that one lofted off drive. Otherwise, they've been along the ground mostly. We'll have to say good batting.
Yeah, they've played well. Good shots along the ground. But also with the field open now, gives Kenya the chance to save the boundaries.
On the offside, third man, cover point, boundary line. Mid-off is in though. Got to be a little careful. Nehemiah is inviting the batsman to go over mid-off. And of course, 3 men on the leg side. There's Fine leg on the boundary line at about 45. There's a deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket, I think. I can't see. Perhaps a long on. No, there's a mid-on.
No deep mid-wicket.
Where's the fifth boundary rider?
They have four. Four on the boundary. They're not using the fifth one.
Well done. That's brave, Kenya. Like to see that. Just preventing the easy singles from being taken. Again stays very low. Karim does so well to take that clean. That's a little worrying. Ball staying low on quite a few occasions now. Steve?
Yeah, definitely. From a batting perspective, as a batsman, you don't want to see that. And also the keeper, the ones that bounce in front of you, it's not very easy to take.
Well, and Karim is not quite wearing a helmet, so I hope he doesn't. Well, I hope he keeps safe. Again, very low. Oh boy, this is not good to see. I think the curator will have to be given a talking to by Steve Ticolo. That was almost along the ground. It was a half tracker. You know, it has kept low when you pitch it a little short. Maybe there's a little area there that's a problem. But when you pitch it a little further up, there's been decent carry. Sharp call by Gyanendra Malla. And the fielder racing in from backward point did a good job there.
Nelson Odhiambo, very good fielder. Usually does duty at point for Kenya, the point region.
Well, he's good to watch. Of course, he's the other man with the long hair, so I don't know who was hitting the ball all over the park. Some big sixes. Again, stays low, bottom of the bat, and that jars the hands of the batsman, Mohammad Asif Sheikh. I think it's going to be a little expensive on the bats. Very good over, though, very tight. 45 for 1 after 7.
Good comeback from Nehemiah there after not a very so good over, first over. And we welcome Kennedy Obuya into the commentary box.
Disappointing start. We're expecting some tight bowling. Elijah was not impressive at all. Too many extra runs, even freebies were given.
He looked like he was struggling with his run-up, and he got it all wrong. But Lucas did a very good job from the other end.
I thought he bowled well. I bowled to a lot of energy, but he hit the wicket hard. But these are professional players. They should be spot on, especially when you're playing at Gymkhana. You've been playing here for a while. Change of bowling. Shem gets the bowling. Oh, a little bit of football there, which is not impressive at all. As Shem comes back to Shem. The batting has been from Asif, has been outstanding. He's been presenting the face of the bat very well. Oh, another football again, but still pick up a single. Is it the surface slow, or I still see Kenyan bowlers are not putting enough effort into it?
Number of deliveries have kept low.
Swing and a miss.
Especially in the three-quarter length short ball. A number of them have just gone down low.
So I think that's something they must utilize. And if it's keeping low and the ball now is tight, it's going to be a little bit older, so you can make use of that and make scoring be difficult. Well, stop. Well done. That's good. From your own bowling, that's what you expected to do if you're a spinner. We'll work hard to stop them. Closer to you. Try and stop. Picks up another single again. They're cruising easily. Kenyans must try and create pressure. Don't let the singles go and don't let the boundaries go. Try and create pressure. 48 runs, 7 overs. Oh, big hit. Tries to go extra, but I think he's going to take a single. They're looking for 2. Good fielding from Alex. Picks up the ball, chucks it in, only gets a single. Talk about the single, and that brings us the end of the over, and the score is 49 for 1.
Good start there by Shem. This is the period where the spinners need to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, make it difficult for Nepal, like we saw the Nepal spinners doing.
But they had some quality spinners. If you look at the Kenya bowling now, we've got Collins who can bowl a little bit. We've got Rakesh Patel bowls a little bit of spin, and then you've got the ultimate, the person who's playing as a spinner, who is where is he, Steve? I can't see him on the field. Raj Patel is playing as a specialist spinner. So let's see what he's going to provide in all those spinners. But there's only the rest are night shift spinners. Collins has turned from a batsman, from a bowler, to a specialist batsman. He bats very well, but he bowls a little bit. But his strength at the moment is batting. Nehemiah is back. Oh, what a ball! What a ball! That's what we were expecting. What a start from the Kenyans. That's what we were expecting from Nehemiah. What a ball. Tries to run it down. Bowled him clean bowled. All the 3 stumps exposed. Very good bowling from Nehemiah.
Beautiful delivery from Nehemiah. Came back in. Asif looking to run it down to third man. Misses it. And he's castled.
And that's good for very good batting from Asif. He batted well. Very, very, very impressive. Got odd 20s or 30s, something like that. It's very, very impressive. I like the way he's batting. I don't know why he was trying to run it down. Just keep on hitting it mid on mid off. It's much easier. Or hit the ball square, but get contact with it. Incoming batsman is Rohit. If I look at the Kenyan bowling, Steve, and I look at the Kenyan players, there's no enough energy in between the players. They're not really showing enough energy among themselves. 16 matches, that's an average of 16, 220 runs. His best is 51. For a T20, he's not a bad player, he's not a good player. He's just right in the middle.
Yeah, that's that. Thank you, sir. That's over. 5 left.
Nehemiah Odhiambo, what a start, gets a wicket. If you can get 2, as they say, all the keepers say 1 brings 2 and 2 brings 3, you can create that pressure. But Nepalis have been batting very well. They've been outstanding with their batting. And they're not chasing a big score, so they can afford to pick 1s and 2s.
Seems like there's disturbance by the side screen.
I don't know what's going on there.
Nehemiah starts off well his second over.
Oh, ball's a short ball, but no energy at all. Very quick, picked up from Rohit. Picks as his first boundary on his fast ball. What a start from Rohit. Get an easy boundary, Nehemiah. If you're going to bowl a bouncer, you've got to put in some energy on it. But not take nothing away from the batsman. Rohit just guided it down for 4 runs. If Nehemiah can pitch it up on the same area that he's been rolling them, it would be nice. But Nepalis are still on top. Runs it down easily. Picks 1. Good fielding from Raj. And good throw. Nehemiah back again. Single. They have to look for a way to get a wicket, Steve. They need a wicket.
And if they can't get a wicket, this is the period they need to cut off the boundaries. make it difficult for Nepal.
Yeah, very, very, very important. They've got to cut down the boundaries and squeeze it in a little bit. Create pressure on 2-3 overs. Good ball. They pick up a single. They're still sleeping. Who is that fielding on the boundary? Good pickup. Good single by the Nepalis. They're running very well in between the wicket. But if you're fielding in the inner circle, Steve, you got to stop the single. That's your job. You got to pick up the batsman. And the moment it tries to block it, you run in, you rush in quickly and make sure it doesn't pick one. Right, what a start. He's on 5. He looks good. Oh, catch. No, run, catch. Run fast on quicker. Look for the second one. Look at get a good run. Good run in between. Oh, what a throw. But take away Rohit was really in trouble, but he made it through.
And this is what Nepal have done well so far. Running in between the wickets has been good. They've put the Kenyan fielders under pressure.
And that's what it's all about, especially 2020. If there's no energy, different story. Good picks it up very well. Good, I like his stance. And talk about good bowling, is a bad start. And the score after 9 overs is 57 for 2.
Started off not so well with the first over, but he's come back very well with the 2 overs he bowled and picked a wicket.
Yeah. From one Ngoche to another Ngoche. Off spinner, fast bowler, spinner. Let's see if he can create the pressure. Shame his brother's bowling good areas. Create pressure, guys. If you're in the inner circle, stop the single. Well, stop. For a start, Steve, it's a good shot, but for no run at all. Goche, just keep it tight. Keep it tight. Tight. Nepalis will try to get singles 1 and 2. Again, picks up an easy single. Oh, good fielding from Rakeb. The Rakeb was Sachin. Good fielding.
Going too much, Alex.
They keep picks 1s and 2s, they'll be definitely be there. It's about 60 balls. Cuts it up easily. Look for the second one. I like the energy of running in between. They're running quickly, the Nepalis. They're like looking for 2s, while Kenyans were jogging in between the wickets. So you're not getting enough pressure. Good bowling. Steve talking about the structures that we need to move forward from where Kenya is to the next level. What do you think? Where should we go from here?
I think domestically, keep playing a lot of games. We have the 50 over, then the T20, and down the lane, if we can also play the longer version, maybe start off with 2-day cricket, 3-day cricket, to expose the players to the basics of the game, how to execute your skills will really help.
Yeah, that's good bowling from Goshi. Do you think it will make a big difference with the counties coming in? We'll come back to talk about more of Kenyan cricket and the county cricket after this over. And the score is 60 for 2. Yeah, Steve, you're back again. So let's talk a little bit. The change of bowling is going to be Nelson, but before we can come back again to Nelson, we're looking forward for Kenyans. Where do they move from here? We've been talking about rebuilding. We have tried to rebuild. We have maintained with certain players. There's another crop of players who are coming up. There's a group of people like Collins who should be heading off of the team. What do we need to do as a country to make us move forward?
The route we've taken of counties, I think, is a good route, but that will bear fruits after maybe over 5 to 10 years. Get the counties involved. While we still have the Collinses around, you need to groom players who will take over from them. So I think it's a good route we've taken, but it needs a lot of hard work. People need to come together and work for the county cricket to grow.
Yeah, talking about county cricket is going to be very, very, very crucial. It's something which I'm very passionate about. I think we're going to make the game grow outside Nairobi. If it gets to the county, it will make a big difference, and we'll get a lot of young boys will be interested. Now it's something that the government is looking to make into a curriculum, so it's definitely going to be part of the curriculum as a sport. They're jumping away from rounders to cricket for both boys and girls. So I think the future looks very bright. Talking about the future, coming back to Nelson, and he started rolling them, Steve.
Looks like there's a spot where if you hit as a bowler, the ball just stays low. Especially from this end of City end. So the bowlers who are bowling from this end must mark that spot and just keep hitting it there.
It's a good area to bowl into if they can maintain that kind of pressure. I see he's cut down his run-up, Steve. That's a wide ball. Tried to swing, but a good in-swinger. He's cut down his run-up. It's like he's looking to it line and length rather than trying to attack the stumps the way he used to attack the stump with a little bit of pace.
Generally, Nelson has been a bowler who just bowls line and length, stump to stump. And he does the job for the team. He's a very economical bowler.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. One bounce, two bounces for four. What a good shot. Picked him up very well.
That was a half tracker from him, and with his pace, it's easy for the batter to go deep mid-wicket.
Yeah, he picked it up very well. He waited for the ball and picked up a very, very good boundary. Good shot for four. With his pace, he's got to try and bowl a little more straighter and fuller. Better catch. No catch. Picks up a single. Easy. Easy one, and they're cruising easily. We're not creating enough pressure, but there's no enough energy again. I keep on repeating this every time. There's not enough energy among the boys. They don't believe they can defend this. You got to believe for you to defend it. Another shot on the leg. They run the first one very quickly from Rohit. Rohit runs the second one. Excellent running and good placement. And Rohit is going very quickly. 10 runs already. Good shot again. Looks for 2 runs. The first one hard. Oh, no run. Oh,
That's
good throw.
Fielding from Viraj.
That's what you want to see. Good fielding, but they've got to create pressure. That's the end of the 10th over. It's right in the middle of the over. And the score is 69 for 2. Yeah, good one. What a start. It's going to be 5 to 20, so you've got a chance to recover. Even after this, the Nepalis, the Kenyans, the Nepalis got to get used to these conditions, which is very cold. We were used to sunny this time of the year, Steve. It's always been a betting paradise when we played. This is the time of the year that the batsmen dominate.
Yeah, and I think it's because of global warming. The weather has changed all over the world. This is a time where we used to have good sun, and we used to enjoy playing the game under the sun.
And change of bowling, Patel. It's not sunny, but he's decided to bowl with his glasses. It's going to be an interesting one. What a start. from the young man. What a start. That's the ball that you want to see. First ball is a dot ball. Now Steve is playing as a specialist spinner. It's a single. One run. These singles is what the Nepalese need. Just keep on ticking the score. Get closer to the target. It becomes much easier when you're closer. No! Good wicket keeping. But a dot ball. Started well. Can he create that pressure? No! Oh, good fielding, good bowling.
Once again, good. Looks like he's varying his pace very well.
Yeah, he's varying it
Quicker
nicely.
one, slower one.
2 balls to go. See, it's going to pitch it nicely. Oh, goes over the top. Is that a catch? Good catch from Rakib. Beautiful catch. Okay, good catch. We just talk about it. Him varying the pace. Steve, ball Patel, caught Patel.
Yeah,
Classic.
That's again a good ball. Tosses it up. He's not afraid to toss it up. Batter goes for it. And that's a good catch by Rakib Patel on the boundary.
If you look at why, that's why it's a good catch. Why we're saying it's a good ball. He didn't give him room to free his arms. He brought it closer to his body and tried to force him to try and create the room there. Very, very good bowling from Patel and very good catch from Rakib Patel also.
The incoming batsman is Aire. Nepal 70 for 3 after 11.4 overs. Another wicket here for Kenya.
Yeah,
it will create jitters in the Nepal camp.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. I think they've got to attack with the spinners. I think the spinner, it's a slow wicket, so to play the spinner is quite difficult. If you look at his record, his average is 39. He's got 100, Steve.
Yeah, he's been around for Nepal, Aire, one of the senior players in the team.
Yeah, but to get 100 in T20, he must be batting well. That shows that he can hit.
Okay, we discuss release status.
Aire against Viraj Patel.
My screen is shared.
Nice and tight. The fielder opening up. The batsman is not ready.
Hello.
The bowler is ready. And here we go again.
Yeah. Okay. Yesterday we have sent a mini release to QA. This release has 14 bugs and 2 user stories. So yes, QA has to verify 2 bugs, 4535 and 4537. 2 bugs ready for UVT and
I don't think he's not interested at all.
Around 8 bugs in QA buckets and
a little bit of pressure, but good
2 bugs in our buckets. I will verify today and move to QA. So 2 user story.
Only 2 wickets, 2 runs for 1 wicket.
Sign to state ready for deployed on QA. 2 user story in the part of mini release 4542 and 45. 43. 2 user stories are assigned to QA. So this is a mini release status.
Is the captain himself, Shem Gochi. Sachin can go a bit. They're stuck with the spins. They're stuck with the sleeps, Steve. But I've not seen any ball going to the sleeps. There's some serious good crowd which has shown up today. Oh, what a ball! What a ball! That's what you want to see. Can he land it there consistently? Beautiful ball. A little bit of drift and turn. Again, good ball. Runs out the first one. It gets it quicker. Will Nemea get a single? Yes, good throw. 1 run. Good piece of fielding. Good running in between. Good shot played.
Good cricket all round.
Yeah, Shem, can he get pressure? Can he really get that pressure?
Okay, Hansla. Nadeem Bhai is busy.
How close is that? How close is that? Very, very close. Unless he played it. He's given a leg bite.
Okay, guys,
very close.
go back to our
Empire
work.
thinks it was going down leg.
Look pretty adjacent.
Yeah. Looks very close. Let's have a look. There we go. How close is this? We got a chance. Oh, missing.
Touch
missing
outside
of stump. Oh, what a shot! First six. Big one. Went over us and 6 runs. What a good hit. Rohit used his feet very well to go over the top.
It's a good shot from Rohit. Shimmy down the wicket and went through with the hands all the way over long on for a huge 6.
I like the shot, Steve, and that's what you would love to see. It's a good one. It's really gone over the top, Steve. If you look at when the Kenyans were batting, they didn't make use of their feet, and that was the crucial part. And Nepalis they've used their feet very well. They have swapped whenever there was a chance. So then they're creating a lot of pressure to Ngoche. And the ball is back. Oh, fielded from Rakesh. Fielded. Good fielding. Good 6, then it comes in. Shem, I think he picked it up when he tried to toss it. It really went over the top. Oh, another good shot. Class. Make use of it and good one. 4 runs gone. Very, very good shot.
A little bit of room from Shem. And Rohit jumped onto it.
And a very good shot from Rohit. Good hit. And brings us to the end of the over. And the score is 83-4-3. A lot of pressure from the captain. Playing at home, first series. For a very long time, Viraj has come back. Good sweep. Picks up the first one. And picked up a single. And that's Steve, we're just talking about them making use of the sweep and make use of using your feet. Those are 2 important things when you're playing spin. Ball Viraj with ball. Another dot ball. Oh, big appeal, but the umpire is not interested. Going down leg. But he's ready to play the sweep. It looks like that is one of his strengths.
This one seemed like it was sliding down leg.
Picks up a single again. I think Viraj is bowling very steady. If he can get support from the other side, ball more dot balls and they'll create pressure. No. Good ball from Viraj. He's been keeping pressure, a lot of pressure. He's been bowling good areas. Oh, good ball! That's what I want to see. Well done, young man. Your pressure's paid out. We talk about him trying to sweep Steve. He tried to sweep the wrong one, and that one went right straight through him and got him ball. Very good bowling from Viraj.
That was the variation. I think he slowed it down. And by the time the batsman played the shot, the ball was not there.
And that's the good bowling that he's been doing. So that's what I'm saying. If he can create pressure on one side, he needs support from the other side to create the pressure. And that brings the end of... That brings the end of... That's been the end of Rohit. And here comes in... just tell in a minute. Let's see if he's going to get it right. Kenyans have been giving pressure. Arif. See if can the Kenyan create this kind of pressure. That's what we want to see.
Luki, enda tumbale. Kuja Luki. Ndio alijaribu kunini. Aleba. Enda final. Hello. Sawa. Jongo hivi pia wewe. Mbili hao nakimbia jichunge.
Good start. That's it. Good area.
That's a good save from Rakeb. Chance of a run out.
Very good fielding from Rakeb and good throw. Yeah. That was standing from a senior player. It's showing a lot of energy. Steve coming up, let's talk about a little bit of the under-19. They're going for the World Qualifiers in Nigeria. That would be a good venture. Where everybody knows in this part of the world, Nigeria is very strong in football. Can they play cricket? Good ball from Shem again, dot ball. It's getting good pressure. The spinners are trying to bring it back.
Kenya need to keep this pressure, keep bowling dot balls at this stage. And the pressure will get to the Nepali batsmen.
That's the whole idea, create pressure. It's all about pressure. Who handles the pressure better? Again, picks up the single.
I think with the under-19s is a good opportunity for our youngsters to play in the qualifiers. The tournament is in Nigeria. Nigeria also have come up very well in Africa.
Make use of his feet again. He's not get use of feet. Picks up a single. So Steve, to come back. I'll come back to you talking about Nigeria cricket. They've also come a long way. That's the African thing that we're trying to build up here. Can we have an Africa Championship? Will it attract more people to be involved in this lovely sport?
Definitely that would be the route to go. You know, have an Africa Championship where the national team players can get some good competition in a pressure situation, pressure environment. If you have the likes of Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Nigeria, Namibia to some extent. For me, I believe the players need game time. If they can play more games, then they become better players.
Talk about Viraj, good bowling from Viraj. He just finished an excellent spell and a good throw, which nearly got a wicket. And talking about the wicket, and the score is 88 for 4 after 15.
So Nepal need 42 runs of 30 balls. You would think that is a walk in the park. But one or two wickets might create jitters.
So that you wonder what happens to the batsmen once you get 1 or 2 wickets. That's what I'm saying. So create pressure. Try and get the pressure on. Good ball. Good ball. Viraj, I like this kid, Steve. He's been bowling it very, very well. And he's firing it well also.
He's just kept it simple.
Oh, talking about well. Very good hitting. All the way to the hockey stadium. One ball out of the stadium is gone for 6. Very good 6. And a very good shot. He picked up Viraj well. The one Viraj tried to toss, he didn't hesitate to make use of his feet.
Good use of the feet there. Like we've been saying, for spinners, you need to use your feet. And Nepal have done it very well.
Yeah, he's hit it very well. And when he's changing his bed, he's saying that he didn't go further enough, Steve. He's looking for another bed. He wants it to go all the way till the road. That's good hitting. Very, very good. And I like the way he uses his feet. Uses his feet very well. Picks it up. 1, 2, and bang. All the way. That one went very, 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 very far. And they've thrown the ball back. The umpires wind with this new set of balls. They don't need it. The same ball is back. Can Kenyan create pressure? But the Palis are right on top of it. Their betting is outstanding. Everybody was coming. Steve has shown a good intent to try and score. And if they're chasing it at a very reasonable rate at the moment.
Again, like we were saying, Kennedy, very nice to have these matches here in Nairobi. We've been starved of cricket for quite a long time. Good to see the game back in Nairobi.
And you can tell with the crowd that you're having. Keep it in mind, it's a weekday. So I'm expecting a huge crowd on Sunday. And Sunday should be the peak of the whole thing. Huge crowd. Friday, Sunday, huge crowd, especially for the Kenyans. Picks up another single. After 6, it's easier to pick up a single. Yeah, Steve, you're talking about having games back. We really needed it. It's a high time now. We've got to try and find a way to make our domestic become competitive. Can the T20s move from county to county? That's a big question. Oh, fielded. Good ball from Viraj. Can they move from county to county? Can we have a circuit like the way the rugby has got it? That there's going to be a different circuit, a different T20 in 2-3 counties. Good ball. Good one from Viraj. Very, very, very good ball. And Viraj finishes over with one massive 6, but recovered very well. Shows a big championship. The score is 95 for 4.
Going to see a bowling change from the City end.
I think change from Goche to Goche. They're really switching as brothers. I think he should try and rotate. He's trying to rotate his bowlers, not to make the batsmen settle in. 4 overs to go. They need 40 runs, 10 runs and over, Steve.
They need 35. So
they need 35. So can the Kenyans create that pressure?
9 runs per over.
Push it to 10, push it to 12. Can Nepali strike fast? Get 3-4 boundaries and make it more difficult for Kenyans? Start with a slower ball and good shot. Straight down the track. As Alonso gets down, fielded it went. Good running in between, gets 2 runs. Good fielding. It's 1 run, 2 runs they have got. Nehemiah change of pace. He's lost a huge amount of pace from his bowling, Steve. When he played, he was a little bit much quicker.
Yeah, that time he was young in age. And he had just come onto the scene.
Classic shot. Gets run the first one quicker, the second one quicker. Fielded by Sachin. They're looking for 2. I like the energy of running. Kenyans, good fielding from Sachin and a good throw. Keeps them for 2 runs only.
And like I was saying with Nehemiah, I think as age has gone by, he's lost a touch of that extra pace, extra yard.
makes it difficult, especially at this level. At this level, it's quite difficult. It's up for another single. They're looking for two. Oh no! Get him out! Oh, good throw.
Again, good running by the Nepalis.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So their energy is running in between the wickets. Very good. They've got 6 runs without getting a boundary. 2 twos already. That's it. Nemea, we really get it. Slower ball. Gives away. The Empire goes wide ball. Good change of pace, but it didn't land it at a good area. Lot of pressure. Good shot. Run the first one hard. They're still putting the same energy as Soy picks it up. Good throw. 1 run. Neme has been mixing up well. Comes here. It depends on how Kenyans would react. If they make it a close game, then it gives you a good fight for the next game, Steve.
Definitely, yes. They've got to show that energy, that they're here to compete and win the games.
Especially when you're playing at home. Oh, what a shot! That's the shot you want to see. Another one out of the stadium. What an excellent shot. Good sweep shot. Picked it up. It was a slow ball, but he picked it up very well. Right over the stands that gone right out of the stadium. Brilliant shot. I talk about Steve at this T20. There's no room for small errors. You make a small error, it goes further. Quite an expensive over. 2-2-2. White ball and then 1 and then a massive 6. Puts pressure a lot on Neymar. And I think we'll need a new ball, Steve.
And the way it looks like Nepal don't want it to go to the last few overs. They want to finish it in a rush.
That's exactly what I was telling you, Steve. It's like depending on how Kenyans will want to make it. If they compete and make it more stadium, it will be quite interesting.
As we see the wicket that Raj got, again, very good variation from the youngster.
And that's what I'm saying. If you look at Steve, but the batsmen have been trying something rather than just sitting and waiting. Well played.
Neymar finishes off with a dot ball. Nepal 109 for 4 after 17. 3 overs to go. They require 21 runs, 7 runs per over.
Interesting. Can he get how much is Viraj bowled? Has he bowled 3? Is he going to bowl his last one? Yes, he is. You can see the captain has thrown the ball to him. Saying all the hopes rely on you, Viraj. If you can pick 1 or 2, you'll create pressure.
It's very interesting. It's going to be quite close. In terms of the run rate, I think we need a few more wickets, and the run rate, I think we have it under control. It's generally under Kenya cricket, yeah, it's fallen a bit, but I think we'll build up from there. Generally, I think we have the talent.
Raj on to bowl his last over. He's done well so far in the 3 overs that he's bowled.
And so I think...
Can he wave the same magic in this last over?
We need a magic, Raj. Kenyans need a magic. If you can get at least 2 wickets to make it nice.
Coming here. And it's a good opportunity for us youngsters to come and watch. Yeah, thanks.
Picks up 1. It's a single. One run there. But they've been chasing it, calculating it very well. Picked ones and twos, gets a boundary once in a while.
Not even half an hour. But Kenya is not doing that well so far. They're conceding a few too many boundaries, in my opinion. Even their batting, when I was following it at home, they were going a bit too slow. So
another good shot. Very, very, very good shot. Straight away, straight on top of the bowler. Gone for four. It was hit with a lot of power. He had no time at all. And otherwise, Steve is saying the Nepalians are right on top of it, and they're in a hurry to finish it.
Yeah, Kennedy, they don't want to take it to the last over.
Kidogo. Jaribu.
That's a very good shot. One of the top, he jumps to 28. Run the first one harder. Can he make the second one? No. Says no. Good running. Good throw. Arif has been playing his role very well. He's picking up singles. His partner is getting boundaries. Good shot again. Oh, good fielding.
Hold.
Very good fielding. That's what you want to see. A little bit of good energy, good fielding. Cut it up, but only get one single.
Well done there by Nelson Odhiambo at backward point. He's always in that position, backward point. One of the good fielders in the Kenya team.
Is that a wide? Yes, it is. Ball down the leg side. They're creating pressure on Viraj. They're forcing him to bowl the negative line. Ball again from Viraj. I think it's been at the peak of the bowling on the Kenyan side. It's ball nice and steady. And talking about nice and steady, it's the end of the 18th over. And the score is 117 to 4. It's quite exciting for the guys on the commentary and also us here to have the legend here with us here sitting. It's quite excellent. Brilliant to have you around in Kenya. We hope you enjoy your stay. The whole team is behind there. They've been quite excited. The guys who are televising it to have cricket back also. They're seeing cricket after a very long time. I walk into the van, and very, very, very hard-working people are working there, making sure that we get everything right on top of it. The guys are doing excellent there down. Keep on working hard. Change of bowling, Steve.
Yeah, from the city end, Lucas comes back. He bowled well in the first spell, 3 straight overs. Let's see how he goes in this 4th over.
You can see cross him already. Oh, what a cut. We talked about Nelson's good fielding, misfielded it. 2 runs, but created a lot of room. He had cut 2 runs, gone. That's it, that's a good cut shot. It's a good one. There we go. Oh, Lucas, he picks a wicket. Lucas, very, very, very good bowling. Ball on the leg side, Steve, and picked a wicket because of his pace. He's been bowling very well. He's not giving enough room for them to kind of get. Good wicket, Steve.
Rushed the batsman there. Let's see if it came off the gloves. Rushed the batsman there. Looks like it came off the gloves.
Yeah, good one. He's not giving room. He's bowling it very well. He bowled very well. He bowled initially very well, and he's come back to back it up. And not talk about his batting. He has batted very well. Yeah, good, and that ends the end of very good batting. Because it's on 30. go on and finish the game. That's what good batsmen are all about. Finish it. Wrap it up. Finish it.
This way a bit, that's leg.
11 runs to
Left
go.
arm over. 4 balls to play.
Lucas, can he make some interesting? Make it interesting. Take it till the end, Lucas. Make something happen. Good shot. There we go. 1 run. Is that Adil was open his account, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick for one
He'll
quick
just
thing.
come in here with a good shot, but take the single.
It looks like as if it's been in for a while, yeah. Oh, good shot. Is that a catch? There we go. Oh, he didn't even try. Come on, you need the wicket. Dive in front.
Looks like he didn't pick it up early. It's Rakep, who's a very good fielder.
But should have tried. Very good shot.
This is the time you say do or die. You go for it. If you take a blinder, you win the game for your team.
Another good shot on the leg. Oh no! Picked up a single straight on his hands. That's totally poor fielding, seriously. Straight on his hand and they still pick up a single. Good running in between. Take nothing away from the Nepalis. Arif and Adil, they run right straight away. They didn't even blink. They're right there. Elijah, you got to go down. Oh, these fast bowlers, Steve, they belong on the boundary. Inner circle is not a place for them. Oh, good shot. Good shot on extra covers. 1 bounce. Good pick up. Oh, no. Oh, my God. That could have been an interesting one. And good throw. Is it bad keeping, Steve, or bad throw? But we talk about that. We wicket keepers got to make it interesting. But he picked the right time to throw to.
I think it got an unlucky bounce for Karim. Maybe in the rough from the footmarks.
Yeah.
Looked like a bad bounce.
Oh, he could have made it interesting. They have really pushed it to the end. Let's see how good. That's a good shot. He picks up. That's 1 bounce. He picks it up nicely. And then he let it go. There you go. Oh, no. Could have been a run out. Nearly a run out.
19 overs gone. Nepal 125 for 5.
They need 5 runs, Steve. 5 runs. 5 runs to tie, 6 runs to win. It can either go with 1 big shot, yeah, or they can nudge it around and get it closer. This is what I wanted to see. This is what we're talking about, Kenyans fighting. If you push it towards the end, then it gives you hope that there's a chance in the next game that you can really make it through. Now, if you look at it, Stephen, they were betting, they didn't sweep, they didn't make use of the field. That 10 runs, 10, 15 runs could have made it a little bit more closer. Could have made created pressure on the Nepalis to try and do something different.
I think during that time, Kenya played a lot of dot balls. If you can turn those dot balls even into singles, you have another 10, 15 extra runs.
Yes.
Would have made a difference to the total. Elijah Otieno entrusted to bowl the last over and defend 5 runs.
No, not with these white balls. Come on, Elijah. Got to make it sense. Come on, Nepalis. Both teams. Arif, Adil, one of them. Can he finish with 1 hit? Elijah comes in. Catch. Over the top. And is it a boundary? Yes, it is. First boundary. A very crucial boundary. Crucial one. Yeah. Just got off the gloves and went for 4 runs. Good change of pace from Elijah, but nearly unlucky there. Two runs to go, Elijah. There we go. They need 2 runs to win. 1 run to win. Sorry, they need 1 run to win. So it's going to depend. Everybody's in. Can he go over the top? You should not let him pick a single. Elijah comes back again. Oh, good shot. Good shot to finish it up. And quite easily, Nepal wins convincingly with 4 balls to spare. Kenya needs to fight back on the next game. But very, very, very good show from Nepali with the bat and the ball, Steve.
Yeah, I think Nepal have outplayed Kenya. They bowled well to restrict Kenya to 130. And now they've also batted very well to finish off the game. Kenya should take solace in that Nepal got the runs in the last over. So there's a chance for Kenya to come back and fight in tomorrow's game.
Yeah, that's a good shot, and that's what you're talking about. So at least the first game that they were playing, there were some nerves, but Kenya's got to fight back. But excellent performance from Nepal. Very good show. They came here and they wanted to prove a point, and so far they have done that. It's been very good bowling from Nepalis and very good batting from Nepalis. Kenyans, they've got a lot of work to do with their batting, especially on the middle order. They've got to work out on how they're going to play spin. That has been one of their biggest challenge so far. If they could have rotated the strike more, it could have looked better. The bowling, still only Viraj was very impressive with the ball, and Lucas will watch. And as the two teams, Great, that's a good sign for the two teams. The first time Kenyans there. It's first series and a very, very, very good series from both teams. It's going to be a good one. Still 4 more games to play, Steve.
Yeah, Nepal takes the lead 1-0 with 4 games to go.
Nepal won by 5 wickets. What a convincingly win from Nepal. But Kenyans, they've got something to fight for. They still got 4 more games to play. And they're playing at home. So let's see if they can play and perform better. To the crowd, it has been very nice. The first time we're having cricket back at home with a little bit of crowd. Let's hope that we'll get a better crowd, a bigger crowd tomorrow, and Sunday being a weekend, we're expecting a massive crowd. So we're coming back to the highlights. If we talk about the highlights, we talk about the Kenyan bowling and Nepal's batting, both sides. So we start about the boundaries. So that was the first boundary they went over the top. Steve, they made it so easy, especially initially with the new ball.
Yeah, and when you look at the Nepali batsmen, they just kept their shape and played the basic shots like this one along the ground.
And that's what I like about their bowling. Yeah, the boundaries kept on flowing easily. There were byes, there were good hitting, there were sixes. They were all impressive with their shots. If I look at that was a shot with a lot of authority, Steve. Towards the end, you will get the six. And the fielding was not impressive at all. But take away nothing from the Nepalis. They batted very well, very, very, very well to look at the boundaries. Steve, they approached the chasing like the way anybody would chase.
And they look positive, Kennedy. Like this one, double stepping and hitting over the top. They really played the spin as well. Used their feet, they swept very well.
And that is something that the Kenyans really have got to work on. They missed in the first half because the first half I know it was quite challenging with the bowling. Do you want me? Okay, and then we're nearly towards the end. We'll go to Sharuf, and then Sharuf will trade back to us to wrap it up. Sharuf is there with the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I don't think the rest of the gentlemen in the ground can hear me, but we owe a big thank you to those who turned up at the Nairobi Gymkhana, this iconic ground for the start of international cricket once again here in Kenya. I am personally delighted to be here. And of course, congratulations to Nepal, who won a tight encounter in this first T20. We'll see how the other 4 go. Commiserations, of course, to the Kenyan team for not being able to pull it out. But it was a close match. Plenty of good things still to come. Welcome to the presentation. A special guest with me are special guest in the presentation party is the one who took a splendid catch together to Brian Lara back in 1996 in the World Cup. Tariq is here with me. Tariq Iqbal, thank you so much for joining us. He'll be giving away the Man of the Match trophy a little later. But let's start our presentation ceremony by talking to the skipper of the team that unfortunately did not come out on top first, Shem Ngoche. Please do join me. Thank you so much. Here you are. Well, listen, you guys ran it very close, I've got to admit. I suppose you'll take some heart from that.
Definitely. I'm really happy with the effort the boys put out there. In the start, it was not easy for us while we were betting it, we didn't get the start we looked, but the way we came back, the lower order, the way they batted, I think it was really, really impressive. And then the way the bowlers bowled, there's nothing much I can take out of them. So it's just, we're going to pick the positives out of this game. Think about it, because tomorrow is another game, so it's for us just now to know how we're gonna work out from tomorrow.
I've got to compliment you on the acceleration towards the end. At one point, it looked like you might even struggle to get 100, but you got 130. Some very good batting towards the end.
Definitely. Lucas has done that job for us quite a while, and I think it's really good to see him doing that again.
Well, your left-arm spinners, including you, worked pretty well.
Definitely. I thought the wicket was favouring slow bowlers, and I think the way we bowled the spinners, I think it was good. We bowled good lines, but also credit to the batsmen the way they played. I think the guy who came and scored, he batted really well.
I've got to admit, I'm really delighted that big-time international cricket is back in Kenya, and I'm sure that you and your team must be enjoying this.
Definitely, seeing people coming here to just watch the game, I think it's a good sign for Kenyan cricket. So we are really happy, despite losing, but we really want to thank all the fans for coming out.
Good luck for the next 4.
Thank you very much.
Shem Ngoche, skipper of the Kenyan team. They fell just short today. Now let's get our man of the match. Well, the one who made the biggest difference. Of course, there are plenty of choices always, but the commentary team is very happy to give it to the man who took 3 for 22 in his 4 overs, Sompal Kami. Is our man of the match. Please accept your award from Tariq Iqbal. Fantastic. Well done, Sompal. Have a quick chat now that you're here. Thank you, Iqbal. To the camera, please, because you're the star. Okay, well, you guys started out really well. Even Karan bowled extremely well today.
Yeah, starting wicket is really good. As a bowler, I feel like wicket is slow. So we have a plan to bowl just on good area. And line is very important in T20, so we just believe on it and bowl just wicket to wicket.
Were you a little surprised at how difficult it was to make the 131 to win?
Yeah, obviously wicket is, tough to play on that kind of wicket because it's a little bit bouncy and slow as well, so it's hard to make runs, So we are, as a Nepal team, we are very lucky. We are spot Kenya. 130 is a really good score.
Yeah, and of course, Ari got those few runs in the end. Otherwise, you were running very close.
Yeah. Every time when we have played matches going like that, so we are very confident with our player as well.
I have to say, I'm delighted to be here in Nairobi at the Gymkhana. What about you guys all the way from Nepal? Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I'm very happy to being here. Kenya is really good, and thank you so much for having us.
Always helps to win the first one. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Sompal Kami, our man of the match, and just one final job to do, which is to speak to the skipper of the winning team. Sandeep Lamichhane, if you'll join me, please. Well, time for a big smile. Okay, but you did run it close.
Yeah, it was a close game. Earlier we were thinking about there would be 150 to 60 runs would be a pass score here, but later on realizing it was actually helping both spinners and fast bowlers because of, I guess, there was a bit of two pace on the wicket. But, credit goes to all the bowlers, they bowled on the right discipline and the right areas, especially, Dipendra Singh area and the way Som bowled, because it was never an easy task for him coming last night and bowling straight away into the game, and the way he was bowling, I think it's absolutely amazing to see.
It was also wonderful to see Karan at the top because he's hitting some good lengths and moving the ball away. Not much reward, but he bowled well.
Yeah, overcast conditions, and our players actually, the top bowlers, they actually use the conditions, and it helped actually all the spinners bowling there, and especially, when you're bowling on the smaller grounds like this, you got to be a bit careful on those parts. But yeah, special innings from Dipendra Singh area so there.
Without question. But I've got to ask you, you did, in a sense, allow them to get to a much bigger 130 than we thought, maybe 115 at one point of time. And did that worry you a bit, allowing all those runs towards the end?
Yeah, because it was a big concern, going to be a concern because of the two pace we were talking about, and later on, if you see the way we were chasing, actually, I was personally thinking would have chased down by 17th or 18th over. I didn't want it to go to the last over, but there was a bit of low bounce on the wicket, so that's why I guess it's a happy win for us.
Listen, your cotton ball was magnificent. Was your hand okay?
Yeah, it's okay now.
I hope so. The team needs you. Congratulations. Of course, I hope you're happy to be here in Nepal.
Yeah, it's amazing. Fearing
in Kenya, beg your pardon.
Yeah. International cricket is coming back to Kenya, and it's a lovely support from all the fans. And special thanks to all of them. They came in a large number and supporting their favorite teams. And hopefully, this will keep going to the rest of the games as well.
Yeah, and hopefully the games will be as close as this one, the other four. But congratulations for this one.
Thank you so much.
Sandeep Lamachani, the skipper of Nepal, the winner of the first T20. Of course, 4 more still to come, and the weekend still to come. So we think there'll be bigger crowds here at this wonderful, iconic stadium, the Nairobi Gymkhana. Back up to the commentary box to finish up the first of 5 T20s.
Thank you very much. Excellent first day. We have had a beautiful day, wonderful day of cricket. Towards the end, we chased it, we couldn't chase it. Kenyans, Nepal were right on top of us, and they were much stronger than us. But we're looking forward for tomorrow, Steve. It's going to be quite interesting. Kenyans have got another 2 more games to fight back.
Supporting their favorite teams, and hopefully this will keep going to the rest of the games as well.
Yeah, and hopefully the game will be as close as this one, the other 4. But congratulations for this one.
Thank you so much.
Sandeep Lamachani, the skipper of Nepal, the winner of the first T20. Of course, 4 more still to come, and the weekend still to come. So we think there'll be bigger crowds here at this wonderful, iconic stadium, the Nairobi Gymkhana. Back up to the commentary box to finish up the first of 5 T20s.
Analyze where they went wrong in
Thank you very much. Excellent first day. We've had a beautiful day, wonderful day of cricket. Towards the end, we chased it, we couldn't chase it. Kenyans, Nepal was right on top of us, and they were much stronger than us. But we're looking forward for tomorrow, Steve. It's going to be quite interesting. Kenyans have got another 2 more games to fight back.
Supporting their favorite teams, and hopefully this will keep going to the rest of the games as well.
Yeah, and hopefully the game will be as close as this one, the other 4. But congratulations for this one.
Thank you so much.
Sandeep Lamachani, the skipper of Nepal, the winner of the first T20. Of course, 4 more still to come, and the weekend still to come. So we think there'll be bigger crowds here at this wonderful, iconic stadium, the Nairobi Gymkhana. Back up to the commentary box to finish up the first of 5 T20s.
Analyze where they went wrong in
Thank you very much. Excellent first day. We've had a beautiful day, wonderful day of cricket. Towards the end, we chased it, we couldn't chase it. Kenyans, Nepal was right on top of us, and they were much stronger than us. But we're looking forward for tomorrow, Steve. It's going to be quite interesting. Kenyans have got another 2 more games to fight back.
Supporting their favorite teams, and hopefully this will keep going to the rest of the games as well.
Yeah, and hopefully the game will be as close as this one, the other 4. But congratulations for this one.
Thank you so much.
Sandeep Lamachani, the skipper of Nepal, the winner of the first T20. Of course, 4 more still to come, and the weekend still to come. So we think there'll be bigger crowds here at this wonderful, iconic stadium, the Nairobi Gymkhana. Back up to the commentary box to finish up the first of 5 T20s.
Analyze where they went wrong in
Thank you very much. Excellent first day. We've had a beautiful day, wonderful day of cricket. Towards the end, we chased it, we couldn't chase it. Kenyans, Nepal was right on top of us, and they were much stronger than us. But we're looking forward for tomorrow, Steve. It's going to be quite interesting. Kenyans have got another 2 more games to fight back.
Supporting their favorite teams, and hopefully this will